What started as a short-term summer internship very shortly after turned into my lifelong passion for museums. It was then I realized my passion for storytelling, for culture, and for people, and for museums. And in 2018, I moved to Canada to pursue my PhD studies in cultural studies. And this was when I found my second home in Kingston. And shortly after, I also took on the role of manager and later director at Kingston's oldest museum, the Murney Tower Museum, located here in Kingston, and where I stayed for about 5 years. And during that time, I also developed a special interest and love for Kingston, for its people, for its stories, as well as for its museum. So I can say that all of this professional and personal journey, in a way, has culminated and led me to the Museum of Healthcare because I think the Museum of Healthcare, with its collections, mission, its location in Kingston, is a wonderful place to really fuel my interest in museums and help me use all of these skills and experiences I developed throughout in this new job. All museums in Kingston, Ontario, Canada, and around the world, big or small, the issue of funding. Museum of Healthcare is an entirely independent organization. It's a charitable organization. It's operated and owned and led by independent board of directors. And we heavily rely on government grants, donations from the community, our donors and sponsors to maintain operations and to launch new initiatives. In order to create a new vision for the museum, of course, we need financial resources. That will be the biggest challenge for us, to increase our funding and diversify our funding. So it's a passion project of volunteers and wonderful staff members who keep things going. We are a few minutes away from Queen's Campus. We are right at the waterfront. We are very close to KGH. The museum is located on a one-way and a side street, which makes it easy for people to overlook us. At the same time, the museum is adjacent to the Kingston General Hospital. So oftentimes people passing by, they just think it's a hospital. It's part of the hospital. So this is a major challenge to communicate people where we are and who we are. And for this, I aim to work closely with our tourism partners, such as Tourism Kingston, and launch a marketing strategy to increase visibility of the museum within Kingston. So I would like to also draw attention to the museum's national reputation, and I encourage people to celebrate it and share it with us and help us make the museum better in the future. As a Kingston resident for over 6 years, Museum of Healthcare has been one of my favorite museums to visit in Kingston. So when I was offered this position, of course, I was incredibly pleased to have a chance to work in a place that I already feel a sense of place.